A huge weekend of Premier League action saw Manchester City wrap up the Premier League title, courtesy of rivals Manchester United losing to West Brom on Sunday. Elsewhere, Arsenal were beaten by Newcastle to make it 5 away defeats on the spin, while Chelsea came from 2 goals down to beat Southampton on the South Coast. Here, Sportsmail take a look at 10 things we learned from the weekend's action. 1. Manchester United fans have clearly lost faith in their team's ability to score late goals, judging by the empty seats when they were searching for an equaliser against West Brom. It's a far cry from the days of Fergie Time when United were famed for their ability to rescue points in the dying seconds. Since the end of September, Jose Mourinho's side have only twice scored in the final 5 minutes, Romelu Lukaku against Derby in the FA Cup in January to clinch a 2-0 win, and Jesse Lingard's late equaliser against Burnley on Boxing Day. 2. You wonder what Manchester City starlet Phil Foden and fellow academy graduate Brahim Diaz made of Pep Guardiola's decision to give Yaya Touré the final few minutes of the 3-1 win at Tottenham. No Premier League manager has given less Premier League game time to a club's youth products this season than Guardiola, just 50 minutes split between Foden, 18, and Diaz, 32. Both need another 2 appearances to qualify for a title medal, and surely that would have been an ideal time to move either of them closer to that landmark. Touré already had the 5 games needed under his belt. 3. England are well served at right back with both Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier, but there's a growing feeling that Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold should push his way into Gareth Southgate's World Cup squad. The teenager, superb in both Champions League games against Manchester City, kept up his standards in the 3-0 win over Bournemouth. As well as making Mo Salah's goal with a superbly judged long pass, he set up 4 other chances, and only Jordan Henderson, 44, hit more accurate attacking half passes than his 40. He won 100% of both his duels and his tackles. 2.4. Maybe Arsene Wenger should consider pairing strikers Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang more often. The two started a game together for the first time at Newcastle and combined to set up Lacazette's goal, even if a team tired from their midweek trip to Russia subsequently couldn't defend that lead. They've previously been paired when Lacazette has been brought off the bench for brief spells, and in 144 minutes on the pitch altogether have now shared 4 goals. 5. Few players can have turned a season round better than Chelsea's Brazilian midfielder Willian, who has completely rediscovered his form. After a first half of the season in which he became only a bit part player for Antonio Conte's team, the 29-year-old has now played all but 12 minutes of the last 10 games. He was a key figure in the comeback that earned a 3-2 win at Southampton, setting up Eden Hazard's equaliser but also creating 6 other chances in the 90 minutes. 6. Burnley's £1.5 million January signing of Aaron Lennon is starting to look like one of the shrewdest buys that even Sean Dyche has pulled off. The former Spurs and Everton winger hasn't attracted too many headlines, but he's made a huge difference in pushing Burnley closer to European football. Dyche's side have taken 18 points from the 9 games since Lennon made his debut, compared to half that from their previous 9 matches. 7. Swansea's Argentine centre-half Federico Fernandez deserves credit for the way he's handled the trauma of losing his father, who passed away at the end of November following an illness aged just 58. Since returning from a month's compassionate leave, the 29-year-old has been outstanding in the club's run that sees them close to Premier League safety. Against Everton in the 1-1 draw he won 15 of 22 duels, made most clearances, and only Alfie Mawson, 10, won the ball back more often than his 7.8. It's beginning to look as if Nottingham Forest have a special talent on their hands in striker Ben Brereton, who celebrates his 19th birthday on Wednesday. The England youth international, let go by Stoke's academy system in 2015, marked his 50th appearance for Forest by getting one of the goals in a dramatic late win over Ipswich. He showed nerves, too, slotting away a penalty with only a minute left. 9. Newcastle will find a queue of clubs waiting to bid for striker Ivan Toney when he returns to them in the summer after his loan at Scunthorpe. The former Northampton striker, age 22, is under contract at St James Park until 2020, but the club have indicated they will listen to offers for him. His goal in the 1-0 win at Charlton that kept his current side in the playoff places was his 6th in 10 games and his 12th in all this season, and hasn't done much harm either for any hopes caretaker Nick Dawes has of keeping the job permanently. 10. There'll be a few clubs watching what happens to Wycombe's experienced defender Joe Jacobson when his contract runs out this summer. The 31-year-old has played every game for manager Gareth Ainsworth as his side close in on automatic promotion from League Two. He was outstanding in the 1-0 win at Yeovil, which saw them maintain their 4-point gap above Notts County in 4th place.